Welcome back to Popes and Pilots. Let's play some more Europa Universalis IV. We're of course Finland going to cross the finish line. The achievement is called Crossing the Finnish Line. We have to make a continuous line of land all the way down to the Cape, which today we will place here. Sure. Nah, it's way off. It's like here, maybe. Who knows? I mean, you might know eventually. Some knowledge has appeared. Now, we have grown quite a bit since our original humble beginnings as Finland. We've eaten a lot of former Overlord Sweden, and we just finished... No, we didn't finish a war. Well, we finished a war against the Swedes, technically. It wasn't a war against the Swedes, though. So we declared war on Norway, who we mostly ate, but used the vassalization of Norway to... piggyback a war into a war against Scotland and the Swedes on their side. We already pieced out the Swedes for, I think, just one province over here in Karelia. And some annulling of alliances, with the idea being that we, first of all, prevent Muscovy from being all, oh, I warned you about going to war next time we attack the Swedes. Although, the way timing is working out, we might just, the warning might wear off before our truce does. But hey, it's the thought that counts. And maybe they just go and warn us again, right? So there. The other thing is that we broke the defensive alliance with England and the Poles, which I very much appreciate there not being. The Scots are here, but we had already looked at a peace deal with the Scots. Since it's a new session, it's completely gone, of course. What were the ideas? I think these things are occupied by Norway because I was thinking of giving them to the Norwegians. There. And then I was thinking, talking about Tyrconnell, but I don't quite remember what we ended up with. I think I wanted to explore the potential of giving them to Scotland. It's probably a bad idea because of aggressive expansion, but I would like to see how that looks, and for that we have to control it. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of money and time, but I think it might be worth the information. We also do an idea group. I've been due for quite a while, but I've really not been into picking a diplomatic one, and we've been spending all our other monarch points. Peter keeps insisting that I should be going for espionage ideas, and maybe that AE impact 20% is just too good not to pick up. And I mean, I do like me some siege ability. NGL, we already already have offensive ideas, which comes with siege ability, if I'm not fully mistaken. And stacking up on that is quite neat. I just keep getting put off by the that is the rest of this idea group. I mean, sure, cheap advisors are nice and an extra diplomat can be nice. But yuck. It's mostly hot garbage. I'd much rather have the monarch points to do something proper, like innovative. Oh, I mean, in all likelihood, probably. It should probably just be in admin ideas, because we're gonna have to expand a lot to make our way down to the Cape, and admin ideas help a lot with expanding a lot. But yeah. Kind of want to do the other ideas. Now, why am I still over my cap here? What did I thought we fixed that. Maybe we didn't fix it. Oh no, I want to fix it, and then I thought it's not a good idea to have to miss out on our military access through Ulster. So we're just gonna spend some dip. It'll be fine. Down goes Tyrconnell, which means a couple of things. One, we can crush the rest of these folks, and two, we don't need that Ulsterian military access anymore. The reason I wanted to have it was that I wanted a place to retreat to just in case. We don't need that anymore because we have Tyrconnell now. So we should be able to talk to Ulster and say thanks a lot, but no thanks on that military excess. So excessive. We should also be at a spot where there's no enemy vassals around anymore. Vessels. Vassals? There's also no enemy vassals around, but that's not what I meant. I mean, Tiragain, are you a vassal? No, you're just an ally, right? Anyway, point not even remotely close to being relevant. Off you go, guys. Go make me some cash. And you know what? You can even take our fearsome... Fearsome? Fearless? Fearless is the word I was looking for. Fearsome, sure. Leader... and make me some more cash, because we're just gonna go here and blockade with our transports, and that shall be fine. Speaking of transports, where are these rebels? Norwegian separatists. I haven't really done anything about any of Norwegians, have we? Also, our peace with the Swedes. So we do still have military access, which surprises me. I don't, right? No, I do. That's not military access. That's just... That must be from the fort, right? Because I can't walk into Narke. I think the only reason I can walk into Tiorat is because it's my return province for some reason. Or something. And it's actually going to black flag me once I end up there. So we don't want to be doing that at all. What we do want to be doing is get home quickly to crunch the Norwegians. So time's kind of the essence here. I wonder if I think I actually grab these guys from here and bring them over to Stavanger. It's somewhat annoying insofar as we're going to lose on the siege speed, because we don't have a blockade going. I might actually have been able to... I don't know how much I need, but maybe my heavy is enough to blockade this place. Let's find that out. Because we do need to deal with these separatisty folks. I mean, can you believe it? Trying to separate from my beautiful, beautiful country. We might also get forcefully separated from our lives if we get unlucky. Should probably grab some more troops. Stat. Because these 11,000 Norwegian separatists can rise up any day. I don't have a general around. But we can find out where they rise. They will almost certainly rise in... Well, no, not as easy as that. Unfortunately, you can't just look at the unrest number and then go, ooh, that's where they rise. No, you have to find the largest development place in the places that are part of the unrest. 5, 4, 6 over here in Stavanger, 9 in Bergenshus, then 4 in Romsdal. Did I miss anything? I missed Hellogaland, which is way over there, which is 5, which we can actually put some suppression into to maybe help keep these Norwegians down a little until we have some troops here. I think it's a toughie. Maybe I'm actually gonna make me pay for my greed here in sieging down Tiragain, or whatever it's called. Oh no, we already took Tiragain. The country is called Tukanel. Because if I had just pieced out, end of last episode, we would probably be able to simply, well, already have our troops in place for the suppression of these rebels. Now we kind of have to hope and pray. Yep, and unfortunately they did rise up in Bergenshus. And the reason that's really bad is that Bergenshus is, I mean, it's Norwegian, it's Highlands. Which means I don't really want to attack into it. Now, they didn't bring a leader. So maybe, assuming that these folks are gonna quickly deal with that siege, and we really have to quickly deal with it because we have call for pizza going on already. What's this then? Armies? Yeah, that's fine. Point I was trying to make? No. It's gone. Right, we really want peace because of the call for pizza, but we also really want peace so we can move over our general. Do I give up? No. I mean, I'm not gonna give up. You never heard that. The point I was trying to make was, do I give up on the siege, or on the speed of the siege, move my general off and teleport him over to Norway, But surely at 49% we're gonna... So my thinking here is that I want to welcome these guys into Stavanger with a far superior army, rather than attacking them into those mountains. But we don't actually know that they're going to come here. They might just go to Romsdal, which would be annoying. We'll see. We shall see. Now, peacetime though. Peacetime. If I were to give Tyrconnell to the Scots, what was my thinking behind giving that to the Scots or doing anything over here? I did have thinking. It's not my usual forte, but I did have thinking. Heck if I know what it was, though. And sure, it gives power to the Scots, not the Scots, to the Norwegians. But we could do that safe and easily by just giving them more Scottish land if that's what we desired. So surely some kind of thought must have been had. Or was it just me being freaking greedy as always? It's a likely story. Yeah, I can't really think of a reason to do this rather than giving them more mainland Scotland. It does actually add quite a bit to my AE. Which is not particularly desirable. I'd rather not have a coalition than have a coalition. Surprise, surprise. So I think we're not doing that. I'm also not going to vassalize Tyrconnell, because we already have so many relations. Which, yes, you could argue that that's a reason for diplomatic ideas, but shush. I'd rather argue that it's a reason for influence ideas. Because of that Diplo annex cost. Also +1 Diplo relations. It's getting more interesting, isn't it? But not right now, maybe. But what would be? There's no reason. I don't think there's a reason. I mean, there's one reason. Okay, one. I'll accept one reason. It's that technically, potentially, possibly, that could give us the option of expanding into Ireland. But really, that's not something I want to do. That's just not something I want to do. So rather than doing that, we should probably go and just piece these guys out for value. Now that we did waste so much time and money on the thing, we could just go for the use of war reps. I don't think we need to transfer trade power or steer trade. Technically, no. No, just no. I was about to say, technically they're in the North Sea, from which we can steer towards us. But no, we're not in Lübeck, we're in the Baltic Sea. There's no steering to us right now. So steering is useless, but we can milk them for some prestige, which we have been sorely lacking. We actually have some these days, but no. And then some cash money? Sure. Immediate negotiation for yourself, right? Yes. Get out of my sight, Tyrconnell. Now that will black flag our dude here, which I could have and should have moved them onto the boat first. But I didn't think to do that. See, I don't think I want to do that. Do you just want to do that? Maybe I just... We're gonna win this one. Even with a -2. We have a general, a Greek good general, and they don't. Yeah, let's just crush them out there. Rather than waste more time being besieged and then risking them going to Romsdal and all that. No. Let's just go and clean them out. Yeah, and see, they're actually going to Romsdal, the little sea nuggets. Okay. I don't think we're still looking for any of these. We have infinite money. We have a lot of money. We're not running an advisor. That's wrong. I think I was thinking about the stab cost guy when he came up, and then I just didn't. Now we could go. We're making a lot of money. The 39 is a lie. 27 of that spoils of war, but that's still 12 ducats or whatever. Close to 12 ducats. So we could easily afford a level 2 dude. I think Dietrich von Lune here is gonna be fine. It gives us some money back in production efficiency. We don't need missionary strength right now. And he gives me those valuable admin points. That sounds good. What else? Temples, workshops, although Chukolma is okay, and we do need workshops in great places, so might as well plop this one down. Does that mean I want Östergötland too? Fine. Fine. Did we ever build that marketplace? We did. And I mean, we're Finland. Let's grab some shipyards. No, I'm a king. I was a decent king too, and this is not. Wait, is this the air I re-rolled for? I think it is, and then I forgot to re-roll again. Dang it. Well, what can a man do? Now, didn't we have a button? Or did I use that button after all? Or am I imagining the button? I thought there was a button. I've been promised a button. Did I click it? Am I imagining things? Didn't we have a mission that gave +1 dip to our ruler? Unfortunately, it doesn't tell me what completed missions do. So it's not going to tell me, haha, you already did that mission. But I must have. And this is a ruler modifier. This does not give me the ruler modifier, right? No. Neither does this. Although, what are we missing here? More buildings, normal. Which one would it have been? Was it Seize the Means? Did that have a rider? Did it have the dip rider as well as the money rider? No, that doesn't seem right. Am I imagining things? It wasn't a decision. I could have sworn... Oh god, our air is bad. Oh, now king. That we had a mission that gave the king +1 dip, or just a flat at 100 dip if you're already at 6 dip. And because both our king and our heir had 6 dip, I didn't want to click the button. I must just have clicked the button. Must have been one of these. Unless I'm utterly blind, which is technically possible. Don't seem to be utterly blind though. Every new admin advisor will grant 5% national tax modifier per level. And we become well connected. I mean, I'll take it. No clue. Finnish Baltic Empire. Ooh, we can just make an empire here. What does that require us? St. Olaf's Tower, well, yes. And the whole Baltic. Ooh, that's gonna be tough. This, yeah, fine. But owning the whole Baltic is gonna be... It's a bit of work. Alright, whatever. Apparently that button is no longer there. If we ever had it, I don't know. Do I want to marry the Poles? I do, but I should probably suggest the marriage, because King Eriki is me in 17, and the King August is 52, yeah. Let's keep a nice long marriage going with the Poles. That seems fine. And I don't know about our subject, Norway. We probably have not married you yet. You should be at least potentially willing to marry me. You're not. You're outraged. For what? Why could you possibly be outraged? Alright, let's come home. feel like I talked about a ton of things and then did nothing. That's probably exactly what we did too. Let's get in there. At what point am I gonna click the mission? Oh, hello, Denmark. You're probably also, you're 26. 26 is fine. It's the Danes. Do I ever want to marry the Danes these days? Yeah, maybe one more go, but it's fine to take their off. Ooh, -5. Do I even want that marriage? Because Denmark kind of has my name on it now. I mean, I'm not gonna marry you. No, it's because of my legitimacy. You just, you know, I would love to marry you. It's not you. It's your family, you know. It's just kind of not as legitimate as it should be. It's not really the prestige that befits an emperor of Finland. Not that we are an emperor yet. So no, we unfortunately cannot. Must decline. We should not decline this peace deal though. Let's go for it. Coalition is really fine. We could be careful and wait until December to click the button so that Wolgast, Bremen, Dithmarschen, Hamburg and Lübeck would just immediately pop out of the potential coalition again. But who's counting, right? Surely nothing could go wrong there. I'm not going to deal with the Isles. I'm not going to free the Isles as much as I want to. But I want your war reps. I want to annul your Swedish treaty. I think. Yeah. I think not having to go into Scotland again is a fine thing. Makes you easier food for England, but even that, I'm not utterly concerned. I think it'll be fine. And your rivalry to the English, maybe that helps. Unlikely, but maybe. And it does give me some prestige. And then we take all your ducats. Well, a lot of your ducats. Good? It's good enough to me. Norway, Norway, Norway. Go. That does make us... Well, we already need another rival. It's just that, boy, you can pick any. Oh, choices. Look at these choices. Well, we're not going to choose Poland. That is clear. We could just go for relatively safe and easy choices like Burgundy and Bohemia, which we're probably not going to get into any trouble with. And that would be fine to satisfy our power protection requirements. I don't think there's any point in going Austria. That's just a worse choice than like Hungary. England technically would be an option. Because technically that's somewhere we could expand into. But I'm kind of not feeling that. That's really far out of the way. And it doesn't really work with our trade plan yet. We need Lübeck for that first, which is also quite a bit away. I'm kind of tempted to go Hungary and Burgundy, but we should check their allies and their enemies. Naples, Siena and Trent. Nobody cares. Wait, that's their allies, yeah. And they're rivaled with the Bohemians, the Ottomans, Venice. Ottomans is interesting because that might get us closer to an Ottoman alliance. It's far off. It's quite far off. But you know, closer is closer. What about Bohemia here? You don't like Hungary, Poland or Austria. It would cement our alliance to Poland and get us somewhat closer to the Austrian as well. So Bohemia just seems good here. 70 rival Bohemia. There you go. And is it Mr. not Mr. Is it Hungary? There's nobody here that's actually in my trade node, so we can make use of the embargoes there. I mean, Poland. But that is not the plan yet. Burgundy or Hungary? What about Burgundy? Burgundy's gonna pop sometime soon, which I don't know if that gives us the Eclipse modifier. It will give us a new choice. Probably. It depends on which way Burgundy goes. Has the inheritance already happened? Probably not. Doesn't look like it has. But I'm no expert. You care about people that I don't really care about. I think I go with the Hungary option, even though Hungary seems kinda huge. But what are they gonna do, right? What's the Hungary gonna do? Let's go drive with them. Hungary. Good. Good. Bergensu's back. Immediate rival is not gonna happen there anytime soon. But the other one might. Your suppression is really... Oh, your suppression is kind of required. It's actual unrest in Ostrogothland. I would kind of like this to be suppressed as well. How much are we spreading to Karelia then? The full 5. Whole Monte. Alright. Troops a bit spread out. Which is fine unless we get into war against a naval power, which we ideally don't. We do have Gotland, theoretically an issue. They are 2.1. We may want to land a few dudes in Gotland. Just to get this down to 0. Oh no, you already have. How do you have friendly troops modifier in Gotland? Are you actually suppressing Gotland from here? Nice. Alright. What else do we need to do here? We already married the Poles, right? Pretty sure we did. We did. It's not Norway, it's me. Alright. We have no issues there. Tons of things. When do we click this button? I suppose really when we want to go for any of these missions, this would require us to have... What? Complete the previous mission, sure. All provinces in the area are... accepted culture, owned by me, and are Catholic. So it's a culture problem. Although accepted is fine. Which will immediately happen when we get the Empire. And we don't need these to get the Baltic Empire, but the Baltic Empire is... it has that kind of issue down there. On the other hand, we have... where are you? Here. We do have a monarchy, it's true. The whole government rank thing, we could just become an empire. But we're 229 and we need a lot. I'm quite tempted to accept Swedish culture. I say tempted. It's obviously disgusting. But it would probably immediately give us this mission. I say probably. What kind of culture do we have going? Sami culture. That's not Finnish. That is not indeed Finnish. And it's too low to be accepted. So these places we would have to actually culture convert to get the mission done. I keep forgetting for the other mission. Is it you? It's you. Celebrate our culture. The good solution is if we have a cultural union. Which means empire. And still a ways off. Yeah. So, culture converting. What do you require of me? Is that the one I just checked? That is the one I just checked. No wonder the Sami are relevant for the one that's called Integrate the Sami. Fine. What do I need to fine tune my missions? My finance. Just complete this. Okay, that's the reason to potentially do that. If and when we have our next development project, say a thing, an institution to develop. Because next one we get is, gosh, what's the 1500? 1550 is printing press, right? Must be colonialism. I think it's colonialism. We get colonialism. We might want to develop it rather than wait for it to spread from like Castile. Also, I want to do something with Hungary. I wanted to embargo them. And we need to do the same to our other new frenemy. These Erikis, man. Hey, 333. Could be worse. Could be Jana. Who do we... It's Hungary and Bohemia. Right. Hey, Bohemia. I need you to be embargoed. Now we're gonna have long-time rivals take up by another 14? No, 9. By another 9. And that's about it. And the other things are gonna go down. So actually unlikely to hit 50 right now without fighting another rival. How are we looking at all this? We have a bunch of claims on the Muscovite. Crimea just gave Borisoglebsk to Muscovy. Which, I mean... truce with Finland. There, Norway, Finland, 1504. Okay, a tiny amount of time before the Muscovite warning ends. So I guess that's okay. Do I need my subjects to give me trade power? No. Lübeck we don't care about yet, and the North Sea we don't care about yet. We'd rather have them have money and do things like, you know, explore, find the place on that other side. Priests are preaching heresy. 10 clergy loyalty, which we can afford. 5 prestige, which we can afford. And Westlandet has some unrest and tax. And ugh. It's Westlandet. This place. I mean, it's a lot. It's also garbage land. For how long? 5 years. I mean, as much as we have a lot of dip, I really don't want to spend dip on this. Screw these folks. Also, estates. Speaking of clergy, we have stuff to do. Let's summon the diet. I really don't want to do admin development in Romsdal. Let's make France like me. It's probably quite possible. Or have 15% or more trade power in Novgorod. In the Novgorod node. Let's quickly check how much France likes me. France is fine. We could just do it. So that's okay. What about that Novgorod node? We could probably just send our boats. I mean, it's not a trade node. There is a decent amount. With an embargo by Muscovy, it's a harsh modifier. Hard and harsh. Can we hit 15% here? Seems rough. Our 18.2 trade power, although that is already modified. Where does 18.2 come from? Oh, downstream. Well, 18.2 is 5%. So we need to add double that with the trade power modifier. So like 40 to 50 points. Every ship is 2 points, so we need to add like 25 boats. Which we don't have. So we can't just instantly get that trade power, I don't think. That's what I'm trying to say. So let's just go with the France option, unless I want a half price level 3 trader. No, it's too much. Let's just go spend a diplomat, or have a diplomat spend some time getting educated in Paris and grabbing us that mission. But the real reason I want there is not the diet, which I keep forgetting, but the seizing of land, because it must be mine. There we go. There we go. So I think our next expedition is going to be Sweden, so we have some time off. There are I mean, technically options in the empire, but again, feeding our subject in the empire is not what we're looking to do. Definitely not what I'm looking to do. I don't know about you. And I did talk about why before. Also, aggressive expansion is just flying high right now. Even if it's looking green, it's not. It's really not green. It's very close to being red. So let's not touch the empire for a mo. They won't like our annexation of Sweden, and definitely not once we start getting into Denmark. So taking some tiny princes in the empire is just not the way we want to go. At what point in time is Muscovy the point to go? They have 60,000 troops and Tech 8. We have 35,000 troops and Tech 8. We'd really have to bring the might of the Polish here if we are to be able to beat up the Muscovite for the first time, I think. I will spend 10 admin and 35 ducats for 20 prestige. Is that true? 25 prestige, I guess. It's not great. It's also not the worst. Let's do it. It's probably a waste that we shouldn't be going for. But it's also not very expensive. Money, you say? I did the math last time. Ooh, that is an interesting attack. I think that gets them into problems with the Ottoman. We're gonna have to check on that. I did do the math, right? A tenth of a stability or 70 ducats. So do I pay 700 ducats for a stability? Right now, probably no. I pay 7 ducats for a point of admin. Simony is a sin. I don't know what simony is, but it's a sin. Let's stick with that line. So does this give you problems with the Ottoman? No, Crimea is not yet an Ottoman subject. No, they're at war with the Ottomans. Didn't they just give in and give them... Oh, they gave Muscovy. They gave Muscovy Borisogrebsk. And they're being beaten up on by the Ottoman, who's trying to conquer what? Urfa. What's Urfa then? What's even an Urfa? Oh, you're just a sideline person? Are you actually attacking somebody else? Yeah, you're taking AQ. Okay. So this might not end up in a big Polish-Ottoman war. Not as long as Crimea doesn't click the let's accept that Ottoman protection button or whatever it's called. It's an event, it's not just a button they can click, I don't believe. Might be a mission. It's probably just an event. But I'm not firm in the politics in that region. No, not that Eriki. He was a good Eriki. He served us very well for a long time, so I can't complain too much. But I can complain, and I will. Oh, I will. England attacking Turkana. Yeah, I mean, you could have seen that one coming. That's kind of one of the reasons to take it, just to protect it from the English. But I really don't want to get bothered too much with politics in that area of the world. We needed another building in Obo, right? Which we are currently building. We're building that shipyard, which might actually finish my mission. Yes, Turku is done being built. It becomes Turku, which finally is going to stop me from having to pronounce Obo, which I'm probably still doing completely incorrectly. We get 2 base tax, we get 100 prosperity progress in the state of Finland. And that's cool. Now, what about the city of Helsinki? We need 30 dev and a manufactory and 4 buildings. Okay, 30 is not that far away, but a manufactory kinda is. What do we even build here? Not ramparts. Definitely not ramparts. A naval equipment manufactory. Quality. Quality work. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna put a cut in here. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you're seeing, as always, please do hit that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and if you have anything to say, please do so down there in that comments section. Thank you for watching. See you folks next time.